in the assemble your heroes phase.
So we've got members of Winter Solstice up on the screen right now while they're selecting heroes, and we can walk through the map pools. And so from Winter Solstice, we have Aspect, Theory Tropic, Frozen Lizard, Crazy Cat, Silver Star, and Red Dot, all of them being here today. Over on the side of... I didn't update it. Now it'll be updated.
Dirt over here with Pusey, Fancard, Storm, Jeff, Tasty, Jack. We've actually seen them play a match before.
We have.
They've had some UGC matches that we've had the opportunity to spectate. They play really well. I'm really excited to see them go up against us.
2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
I think both teams coming out with a pretty similar composition.
Winter Solstice does get the shield down first, however losing the shield war.
All find out and no one got picked. That's a good pick for us now too. And they're down the immortality field. Going back up to the reds. Concussion blast down, aspects of miss. Neither team has gotten the well kill so far, the one that they're both looking for.
Very fast, and a very, very fast barrage coming out from Vanguard there. And that will lead to Dirt taking the first point.
That solidifies it. Okay, we're just going for some swap ups, or we're going to stick from the Orisa. One last crack at the bunker, I hope. It is difficult to take down a bunker that's already put on point with your own.
Especially with the less pushing power the bunker has, typically teams will swap over to a dive composition to be able to jump on top of that bunker.
Looks like we're pretty confident in our ability to take down Shield Boy though.
Waiting out the high noon, and barrage coming online in the meantime. Frozen Lizard did see the Pharah up in the top left. We have a Pharah duel going on. Looks like he's getting in position for the barrage, but goes down to Storm.
Quick headshot. And Storm gets the Mercy too.
And
good time for a retreat, honestly.
A big slick headshot from Aspect to take out Storm, who is wreaking havoc on Winter Solstice.
Enemies reviving. Prepare to re-engage.
Hello.
Ooh, that's a really good early pick. Mortality field's down now too, so more picks are gonna follow. Yep, there we go. We committed the barrage, but Frozen's gonna make it out alive, which is pretty important. And they use their Valkyrie.
So in true control fashion, we get from 0 up to 90 plus before we see a flip. And if it goes anything like other controls, then we're about to see Winter Solstice get right back up to 90 before there's another big fight in the 99 to 90 stage.
That is the classic experience, isn't it?
Taking an unconventional route over here to the left, but likely a smarter route, cutting out that line of sight.
Barely hit. Playing sightlines really well here. They struggled to make it back in on the point just then. And now we're playing from an ult advantage as well. Bomb went a little wild. Beat coming out from us though. Very safe. Oh.
Let's see if the supercharger is enough to bring it back from a one-man deficit.
Pretty risky fight, but we do have Aspect back.
And the Hog pushing way up.
Both the supports are Both of their forwards
They
there.
flipped the point around. Winter Solstice somehow got off the point in the middle of all that. I didn't exactly
it's
see
fine.
how that happened.
You're kind of played off point by the Hawk. But I don't think it
that-
matters. I think we just retain control.
Thank you.
They get 8% out of it, but the overtime there, thankfully, doesn't matter too much. There was also a lot of ults drained out of the side of Dirt.
And because of all those ults, Dirt did swap over to the dive comp to try and retake this point.
So they really got one fight to build ults and another fight to come in. We'll see what they do.
Well,
Red Dot's low
it'll
right
be interesting
now.
to see if the superior comp is able to take over the ult advantage that Winter Solstice has right now.
Hunker does dive on ult advantage.
And the dive
That's an
picking
early
off
kill, though.
aspects.
Big question, does Theory have res? Can we get it off?
It's looking like the fight is starting to flip in the way of Dirt with their ult starting to come online now. This may be a loss for Winter Solstice here.
We took a lot of early poke damage in the 71% range, and that cost us. Red Dot being low at the start of that fight, big opener.
And the Nano Baby Diva. But
This is a change. You're still
wow,
in this.
while Baby Diva was emoting, she got killed by Aspect while the rest of Winter was getting ready to contest.
Those early emotes.
A Dragon Blade may be able to save the Baby Diva from the early emote curse, though.
Red Dot coming back as Soldier. I think we are outclassed here.
Yep, and that will do it. The Dragon Blade saves the Baby Diva from becoming the butt of the joke for emoting early and then losing the point.
It was 300 IQ. She's playing 5D underwater Mahjong, as Uber would say. 10D, I should say.
And in true Control fashion, it did go up to 90%. It flipped and got to 99, and we saw a 99 to 99 fight just before the point flipping back the other way, just like Control will.
It flipped pretty interestingly, though. We got it to 99, or they got it to 91, then pushed it to 99, but didn't get point control.
Round
Yeah, so a little bit of an unconventional path to get there, but they got there.
I like it. Always good to shake.
So it looks like both sides coming out on a dive comp. However, Dirt coming out on, more on the side of a goats-ish dive with the Brigitte and the Sombra. Frozen Lizard getting a first pick off onto the main tank of Dirt, and Aspect over onto Lucio.
Seems like they're trying to do a dive, or sorry, a Sombra Goats dive build.
They indeed are. The pick's rolling over onto the side of Winter Solstice, and with the Monkey and Lucio coming back in, I feel like this has to be just considered feeding ult charge right now.
I think it is just beating ult charge, especially that big tank body.
And then the
They
point
didn't
does
take
go
a
the
whole
way
lot
of
of
Winter
poke, though.
Solstice.
He is taking a lot of damage here now. But Red Dot's a little bit far up.
So can Winter punish these split spawns? And they can. They get the Lucio again. But then
Yeah.
the Widow being picked over on the side of Winter Solstice by Dirt's Widow Storm. So both sides will have to restabilize here for just a second.
Pick on Aspect. Crucial. And this one on Silver, I think, is just the game winner.
Yeah,
Fight
with,
winner, I should-
with both supports down now, and now one of the DPS is looking
Possibly
like
a
this
very
is
good
going the
ball.
way of Dirt.
Hey, Aspect is respawned. And we get that pick on the Ana. Crazy died doing what he loved, stalling the point.
And so we have not seen a classic control point this time, where it only ticked up to 50% this time.
And 42, and we're recontesting already. Red Dot might be out of position here. Or, he's fading out that. Frozen's blades usually pay off. This time they baited out a beat, which is actually a decent trade.
And a primal coming out of Crazy Cat now
Here we
with
go.
2 picks coming off of Aspect, and now Crazy has Anna trapped in the corner and will beat her to death. And it looks like Winter Solstice is going to flip this yet again.
We're doing a good job. Taking a little while to close out these picks. Lucio, I would love to see him dead already. And this baby.
And especially with the point not flipped yet, that was a big storm coming out of big stall coming out of Jack. So with quite a few ults over on the side of Dirt, we may be seeing yet another flip.
Yep. Looks like Frozen going down early is gonna open the gates.
And they commit the Nano
For
Blade.
Nano Blade.
And this is going to be it for the side of Winter Solstice again. We have yet another flip.
Red Dot with some fancy flying there, though. Solid just a split second longer. Let Aspect come in, and some early die.
I love watching Red Dot do that fancy flying. He just looks like a dolphin flying through the air.
Majestic, isn't it? And guys playing pretty pushed up here. Hopefully we recognize the threat of this Diva when we turn there. Check our corners. Oh! Crazy's doubling headlong into Jack.
And the Diva Bomb goes out
have a
and
bubble.
picks up the Anna.
Still gets the Ana, even though they committed Winston's bubble. That could be a huge swing for us. As long as Crazy can stay alive here, in theory gets the peel she needs.
And Dirt cleans up that fight despite the early pick onto the Ana. And
Yeah,
Solstice will likely be into stall territory here.
What do we have that can touch? Red Dot's going hamster
Aspect is
here.
currently getting ready to touch. And gets slept on Tracer.
Now, do we have a game plan? Close this out.
It looks like most of the team is here. This can be a full team fight. This Pulse Bomb could be big onto a support. Nothing with the Pulse Bomb, and investing ults over on the side of Dirt may be spelling doom, but Frozen Lizard getting a pick onto that Genji.
A little unfortunate there. Theory died for the blade because she was sitting on Nano. Really well done from Dirt, finding her in that fight.
So, because I'm not running the lobby, it does say Team 1 instead of team names. I normally update team names, but that was in fact Dirt that took that first map from Winter Solstice.
DIRT. I was really excited for this map. Paying off.
A lot of close fights there, despite the 2-0 score. I don't think I don't think that shows the message of the closeness of both of those maps.
No, I don't think it does. And I think that end card there for Storm is quite indicative of what's going on here. 61 kill participation. His McCree, absolutely stunning. And his Widow put Aspect in a run for his money.
And it's not quite every single day that we see that. Aspect is quite the Widow player.
He is a very good Widow. It is a little bit peculiar when we see somebody go toe-to-toe with him or just outright beat him. It's always a learning experience.
It looks like the next map that we have up is, in fact, Paris.
Paris is an interesting map. The last game we played, we managed to, I think, make a record for our team at clearing that point. Normally, Paris is a little bit of an obstacle for us, but we steamrolled point 1 and 2.
Yeah, the clear did go very fast. So it'll be interesting
Let's see if we can carry that in.
It'll be interesting to see if Winter Solstice can in fact ride that momentum that they've had with Paris lately.
See if we can replicate our result in a really good game. I think we're on to something if we have. Or if we can, I should say.
Asking if they wait for casters, but we're ready anyway. But we absolutely appreciate the consideration. It makes it a little easier to be switching all these things over on the stream, which I've missed a couple anyway because I didn't have the time to set up like I normally do.
That's fine.
Welcome
Watching the
to
stream
Paris.
3 minutes ago, or whatever the delay is, it looks pretty incredible. You're doing a good job.
Initiating match.
All right, let's see if we can do our thing. See if we can replicate our last match.
It'll be interesting to see if Winter decides to do their new strategy on this map as well.
Busting out the new strats, the secrets, using them up in day 1 of OCC. Dirt is putting up a fight, so if we're going to use our special tricks, I would hope we use it against these guys.
Might as well do it now. And it looks like we are at least setting up to see something a little bit more unconventional out of Winter Solstice, at least unconventional in the terms of what teams normally run here. We've got a bunker coming out of the side of Dirt, and if they've already selected their heroes and will stay there, then we do have the Symmetra Bastion coming out of the side of Winter Solstice.
You know, you love to see it. It's going to be interesting if we can do the teleport shenanigans. We can actually pull them off. It does take a lot of team coordination to get everyone through a teleporter and into new positions.
And looks like Storm is scouting. He's gonna see the Symmetra. So the question is, will they be able to
React
respond
fast
quick enough?
Okay.
The Diva is out looking.
Up the point.
They did
Tough.
in fact rotate, and Winter Solstice is running back to switch it up. A good call over on Winter Solstice to be able to
Absolutely.
to be able to eat your pride and take the audible because you got scouted, and swap over to what you may normally run.
Yeah, I definitely like that. I like that we attempted it. We realized it wouldn't work. We corrected it back.
So a big hack on the
Now we've got
Vanguard.
Crazy Cat. Crazy Cat hacked out. Storm got that crucial hit, and the follow-up.
And it looks like Dirt is cleaning this up. They're going to be at an ult advantage now. Interesting res coming out of Theory Tropic here. And Vanguard just putting in a ton of work.
Frozen back down. Hopefully Aspect gets out of this. The late stagger right now would suck for us. And there it is. Sombra's not quite slippery enough.
I am empowered.
The Frozen Lizard going up to take a little bit of early poke. Not getting a lot because of the shield.
Oh, the hack on Aspect there.
My guns out.
Storm in the right place at the right time.
However, the Bastion does go down. Can they get in and deny the res? It doesn't look like it.
Res
Had
went
the
off,
Immortality
but-
field up.
Oh, and there's the ult. Honestly, that's a good trade for us. We didn't have anything, we didn't hit anything. They are now down to Valkyrie and their Bastion tank mode.
So
We've got to watch out for an EMP next fight. But I think other than that, if we can properly space it, we've got an entrance.
It was a successful dry push. They are now scanning for the Sombra. They are looking all over the place for every single member, which means that Winter Solstice actually has a chance to get in here without a lot of people paying attention. So many
Storm's
people are
playing
out
this
shooting
really
other
well.
places.
I've been in love with Storm's Sombra this match.
Helden sterben nicht.
And there's the
Big
critical
hack.
EMP. There is managing to keep everyone alive though. Now Frozen's going for an ult. Keep a shut it down. Have to keep on the Vanguard.
And that EMP may spell doom for Winter Solstice. They needed that for that next fight with the Diva Bomb. And
That
now
was a little bit We'll say greedy to commit that there.
Yep, and now Dirt is coming out with a large ult advantage, and Winter Solstice having time run way down.
43 seconds.
Be right back.
It'll be interesting to see if Red Hawk can manage to get a hero bomb off. They need to be able to bait out that immortality field and make sure that it doesn't take the heat. And
They're
Winter
going down
Solstice
here is not what they asked for.
is still getting greedy with poking, and they're getting punished for it every time. And Aspect really working hard not to get found out, but he's got to get through eventually so that he can get in and touch that point.
And if he could be charging up EMP in this meantime, even better.
And the immortality field went down, so someone needs to get onto the point and touch. They did in fact
we have
touch.
a touch?
Can they get a tick?
Storm and Jack
They
out of
did get a
position
tick.
here. Took a little while to close out Storm and Jack while they were so out of position.
Lots of pace going around, but most in the way of Dirt, meaning that Winter Solstice is likely going to end up losing this fight, and there they do. They did manage to get a tick out of it, so we may be... There is
is
still
hope.
a possibility, but so far it's looking like Dirt is too much of a match for Winter Solstice right now.
0-0. Switching sides.
They're playing really well. What can you say? Storm is absolutely on fire tonight.
Initiating match.
We'll have to try and adapt to it. While we highlight Storm, I don't want to overlook the support lineup for Dirt either. They have been carefully positioned all night. Really hard to come in on them.
Ready for battle.
So it looks like both sides liked the idea that the other team was doing, where Winter Solstice is coming out with that exact same bunker comp with the Sombra and everything, while Dirt is coming out with the multi-DPS comp.
Yeah, they're going to try the 4 DPS, or sorry, the triple DPS. And it looks like Tasty's having a little bit of indecision.
5,
Gonna settle on Ana.
4, 3,
So we can expect Nano Blades, a possible combination.
incoming. Defend objective A.
Together we will not fail. I'm here.
If I was Winter Solstice right now, I'd be wondering what I'm gonna do against ultimates coming out of the enemy team when they come online.
Crazy Cat almost getting picked off early, but isn't there to help Frozen Lizard. The Immortality does come down and save the day. Red Out needs to
Red
get
Dot's
healed
low,
up though. Winter Solstice is running out of resources. They need to get back to the point too.
Storm's in a tough place. Not
Looks
tough
like,
enough. We didn't get
looks like
picked
the
off.
resource deficit from Winter Solstice is spelling doom.
That early boop,
The objective.
knocking Crazy Cat out of position very early. Vanguard, well played. That made it really difficult for us. Broke our rotation.
Play of the game.
Justice reigns. Ah!
So Storm has been playing an incredible game all night. Really impressed with him. I think Vanguard as well. He's had some really good diva bombs. over on the side of Winter Solstice, I've noticed Theory's been getting picked a little bit often. Seems to be happening at the start of fights, or in between rounds. So maybe finding a way that we could sort of isolate Storm, because they do seem to be running pick compositions, would be a really good way to go.
I would agree.
Interested to see what we do. Do we change it up to react to Storm playing really well? Or do we try to run something tried and true?
It'll also be interesting to see if Winter Solstice can turn this around, because from here on, if we expect to see a Map 5 or a Winter Solstice win, we will need a complete reverse sweep of Winter Solstice winning 3 maps in a row.
I do believe.
Which is not unheard of.
It happens all the time.
Winter Solstice has done it before, and it has happened to Winter Solstice before. I can't speak for the side of Dirt because I don't know the team, but I believe that it is most likely happened, as all of us know that feeling.
It's like both teams ready.
I almost forgot to go unhide chat so that I could give the
Welcome
casters
to
ready.
Hollywood. Initiating match.
So what's your dream composition for both teams here? What do you want to see?
My dream composition from Winter Solstice, even though Winter Solstice doesn't run very much goats at all, I would love to see goats here with a bunker coming out from Dirt, even though that would be quite in the advantage of Dirt. But that's a fight that I really love seeing on Hollywood. I love whenever teams play it correctly. I love being able to see the bunker up on the high ground, and then when the goats rotates back around the point, and the bunker goes across, and then the goats go underneath the stairs, and the bunker falls off the point, and then the goats goes to the bunker, and that whole tic-tac-toe match of all these rotations, I love watching it.
There's a lot of really good fights in Hollywood, I gotta say. Personally, I'm a fan of the goats versus goats matchup. The way that teams can utilize the high ground with the 2 water coolers and the cafe, rotate around and give their Zarya high ground. Teams that do that seem to do really, really well on defense. It looks like we're going to get some dive coming out from Winter Solstice.
Dive from Winter Solstice with the goats from the side of Dirt.
2, 1. Attackers
Dive could be really good here. This is a composition that isolates really well, so maybe they're thinking about ways to shut down Storm.
They're going to swap
Or
it up.
we're going to go swap it up. Cast your curse.
They saw the goats and they thought of something else. It looks like they're going
Gotta
over to
go.
the Cyberfly that they've run in the past.
I think this is one of our best comps. We seem to do really well on it.
And
I think we have a
people
good-
on comfort. They sent a big boop. They need to react on that right now.
It was a massive move for me out of the side of Frozen.
And the Zenyatta putting in a
Storm
lot of
taking
work.
some. Ooh. Jack going down, well, not going down, but losing the mech is massive.
Alright,
Like to
so
see
look,
some bullying on.
both sides running out of resources. I'm not sure which will break first.
I'd love to see a little bit more bullying coming out of Winter Solstice towards Storm, especially.
And you may have your wish granted right here.
That's a big engage on.
They have got them very bullied back into this back corner. They are shoved into this cafe.
That's the type of play I like to see. Found their entrance. They're coming back out. Big hack coming out of Aspect. Where's the target priority?
Frozen Lizard with the barrage. He may unleash that as soon as this Transcendence runs out.
And Storm has the Discord, no personal bubble. Very vulnerable right now.
Lots of ults coming out from either side, and the fight still has not been won. Just about every single hero on each roster has gotten their ult and managed to use it before the fight is won.
Even if they're up a few people, those mines made it very difficult for Dirt to re-engage on the point. They do manage to take it in the end, though.
I am empowered.
Hey,
So I think we saw almost a 2-minute fight right there, with neither side being able to finish off any picks. Both support lines on both sides putting in a lot of work.
It really is. Can't understate the value of the support. Silver Star had a very good transcendence in the last fight.
Crazy Cat getting primed to go in, just waiting for the go from the team.
So Aspect moving in for a key hack. Oh, he gets denied. He does manage to pepper Jack for a little bit, charge a bit of ult. He's at 80%. Quite big, quite big. DMAC an early pick on the Brigida. They do manage to turn it around, but they're popping a lot of ult to do so.
It's going both ways. Currently, one in the favor of Dirt.
And they managed to hold. Goats is very good. Even though Jack lost his mech early, he managed to farm the mech back and then have a bomb. So despite the disadvantage from Jack, he actually managed to turn that around. It was really good to watch.
Winter Solstice making a really late swap over onto Ghosts themselves.
Up a little bit late from Aspect there, I thought. We do commit our Transcendence. That's the bomb. It's not going to protect anyone.
So Winter Solstice might have one more fight if they can get out right now and not die, but with that last pick on Theory Tropic, we may be looking at a full hold from the side of Dirt.
Dirt full holding us.
It looks like they're just going to sit up and spawn and just make sure that Winter Solstice can't even get there.
That's the proper thing to do.
And so Dirt is now a half of a point away from taking their first win of OCC, while Winter Solstice is a half a point away from taking their first loss of OCC.
Initiating match.
We do get to see more Overwatch, though, because in OCC we do play all 4 maps just like in the Overwatch League. And so regardless of the outcome of this map, if Dirt wins, then we will move on to map 4, which is Watchpoint Gibraltar, and we will see a little bit of a dive-heavy map, and to see if Winter Solstice can come away with any map victories.
Map points do add up at the end of the season, so even if you lose this match, hope's not lost. There's still a way to come out with something. It's a really exciting format. Onomatopoeia from OCC as well.
Now, I'm excited to get into stage 2 and start seeing some of the ramifications of this promotion and relegation system that they have as well.
Absolutely.
For anybody that is unfamiliar with those kind of systems, it's pretty popular in some other traditional sports, most notably European football, or as Americans would call it, soccer. And they have a promotion and relegation system where the best teams of the lower divisions get moved up, while the worst teams of the top division get moved down to try and keep everything competitive all the way through the season. And this is the first league that I've seen that does a promotion and relegation system like Overwatch.
Be very interesting. Shake things up each stage. A duck here on the high ground is really good for us. So he does have this Discord orb, and he's not peeking, or sorry, hiding to cleanse it.
An early pick comes out onto Storm, courtesy of the feet of his Zenyatta. However, Dirt taking so much space, but is eventually punished for it from the flail of Vegeta.
Really well played. Very, very safe. We didn't give up any point presence. I'm impressed with the lads.
And they played a very New York Excelsior style where they weren't overly aggressive. They were defensive. They gave up the ground until they were ready to take the fight, and then they engaged and won that fight. It's a little strange to see sometimes. It's a little strange to see sometimes because of the team giving up so much ground right away. Let's see if they do it again. this time Winter Solstice being much more stubborn with their space, likely due to the tighter choke. However, Crazy Cat getting
Cat's
extra
getting
low.
low.
He does
There's
get
the
healed
med
up
pack
and
to
gets
get
a
him
big
back up, and
shatter.
a very good shatter. Good pin from Crazy Cat as well. We get to trade out this enemy Zarya, which is a massive gain for us. That's
Looks like picks going either way, but most coming the way of Winter Solstice. And they should be able to hold this one out.
Okay, we do have Vanguard on point, and Crazy Cat from downtown. Well played, well played. We come out of that with 4 ults ourselves, the enemy team on 3, and coming up on the grab. We're very, very close. It's all about how we use our bomb, if we can use our bomb, and the value getting coming out of Theory Drop. We're gonna have to be really careful here with Storm on EMP.
It looks like they're getting ready to set up for a big EMP. I wonder if they're waiting for the drop.
And I like the idea of this. I like the idea of this bomb. We missed the timing. Crazy Cat got countered on the Brigitte there.
And the big EMP looks like it's going to finish it off.
And a grab.
And that will do it.
That's the objective. That's the story, Morning Glory.
And that will do it for Dirt. And with that take, Dirt gets their first win of OCC and moves to 1-0 while Winter Solstice moves to 0-1. We do get to see more Overwatch. We are fighting for map points now, and the Sombra hacks the play of the game.
Triple kill. Epic.
Wonderful.
So the question is, what kind of mental fortitude does Winter Solstice have right now? Can they turn it around and avoid being swept 4-0?
My catchphrase is, you really can't change the past. You can only try and fix the future.
Absolutely.
So if I was Winter Solstice right now, I would be hopeful. Can't let it get to your head. You can't let the loss happen. Got to play it out for map points. There's still a way you come out with something. I think they've got mental fortitude for it.
I would be looking at this as for Dirt. For Dirt, I would be looking at this as a job well done and trying to close out a successful series. While on the side of Winter Solstice, I would actually be looking at this now as a scrim, trying to be able to reset yourself for the next map and be able to make something out of what so far has been a less than successful outing.
Watchpoint, Gibraltar.
You really can't underestimate the value of practice against these competitors, though.
Absolutely.
Clearly, we haven't been having the right practice. We haven't been challenged enough in our scrims. And then we've faced a team like Dirt. And we don't fall apart, but we get to learn a whole lot.
Absolutely.
There's always a takeaway from these games. Which is another thing about it being really nice that you go to 4 every time. Play longer with these better opponents. You
Absolutely.
get to improve.
And on our side, it means more Overwatch.
Absolutely. It's a win-win-win. Probably another win.
Ready for battle.
So as expected with Watchpoint Gibraltar, we are seeing what appears to be dive versus dive, and actually a complete mirror match. I had to go through and check some healers, but we do have, unless we see some swaps out of the side of Winter Solstice. Oh nope, never mind. There is a Lucio on the side of Winter Solstice. So almost a mirror matchup, where the side of Dirt has the Zenyatta for the extra Discord pressure, and the side of Winter Solstice has Lucio for some extra vertical mobility to be able to utilize the higher grounds of Gibraltar. And a big 5 orb. The D.Va goes out of mech early. Winter Solstice has taken the high ground.
That's a good spot to be in. You want to have that high ground.
I was starting to wonder if you were muted.
No, I actually had to step up.
Get back.
I have returned an aspect and it's going to be one duel with Vanguard. Friend of mine's going to push him out. Bob doesn't do a whole lot, but it does make Genji have to back up.
And a big purple on Crazy Cat, letting him not get healed up. Leads to a pick, and Winter Solstice is running out of resources.
Gotta comment. You gotta compliment Dirt right now. They're playing really good with their Discord orbs. Jeff is putting it on a target, and I'm seeing it follow up very, very quickly. And they go in procession. Take out one guy, take out the next. They're cycling through targets very well, efficiently.
My unlimited normal judgment from the bank.
And it looks like the Widow got away from Aspect there. He may not know where she is.
No one can hide.
Got a hit in on the Genji, and now has the enemy sight.
And here's the Nanoblade. The beat coming out, is it enough? It looks like it is. Red Dot also pulling through. Vanguard's now down. That was Nanoblade. Theory Tropic going down to trade. Enemy Diva getting line of sight on Aspect. Silver
Nice
Star there to
close
beat.
range Widow duel here. While the cart slowly makes progress, and Aspect gets the big pick up and off Jeff.
Was it a Widow duel? Or was Aspect just debating the entire time? Storm thought it was a 1v1. Aspect was playing checkers. He knew this is any ought to get. Bomb gets avoided successfully. Red Dot is still in it though, with the rematch. It would be nice now to actually pick off back. Ooh.
And
That
Dirt
heal nade.
successfully recontesting. Successfully recontesting in convincing fashion too.
Cycling through targets very efficiently.
And I'm surprised now being on the new patch that we haven't seen any McCree get played yet.
A little bit strange from both teams. We did see a little bit of McCree early on, so there is that. We do get to see it. Nanoblade again on the side of Dirt. Here it comes. Like butter, baby.
Get your medicine.
30 seconds remaining.
And so with a late pick onto Crazy Cat, it's looking like Winter Solstice is down to their last push. Can they take this point?
Or is it going to end in a 4-0 for the side of Dirt? We got Storm coming in, harassing Aspect early.
And Red Dot gets out of mech really quick.
Here's our blade.
Those are coming in with
Don't
a blade,
have a
but gets
nano
transed. Transed and slept.
Theory, however, going down. Red Dot being followed up on quickly. Frozen Silver and Aspect to go.
So that will do it.
Complete.
Bombs away. You need a timeout.
Dirt looking closer and closer to that 4-0 start.
0-0. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Normally we'd like to have a coach or player from the opposing team in for an interview after the match. However, I was extremely busy leading up to this match, and so I didn't get a chance to check with them and see if there would be any that would want to be interviewed. So we apologize, Dirt, that I was not able to try and get something set up. We would love to be able to talk to you, but sometimes scheduling things happen.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
We might still be able to schedule something, you never know.
It's possible.
A little
I've
bit
got-
off the cuff, but maybe somebody from Dirt's willing to stop on by.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Looks like a Orisa Winston composition coming out on the attack here. Winston in the off-tank slot, I'm assuming?
They did swap it over. They were looking for the early hook, the early halt and hook, and it just didn't end up yielding anything because the Roadhog was switched off of.
Smart, though. Good opener to go for. Early picks can make a whole lot of difference.
Especially when there is not that much of the map that they have to traverse right now.
Speaking of early picks, there's Vanguard, Pussy falling off the map, Silver Star going down to Storm, so there is some trades coming out of both sides. But Aspect trades. Both Tracers killing both Zenyatas. And Storm going down later. Good stagger on a Jack. Losing the mech there is not favorable. Taking Winter a little while to heal up here. Crazy
Need to
Cat
hurry up, or they're not
Theory.
gonna have those cooldowns and resources back by the time this next fight starts.
Theory gonna start this fight at a little bit of low health. That's a health pack though. After getting pressured. And that seemed to have been a really good bait. Theory playing close to a health pack pays off for us. Good positioning from the Ana Winter Solstice. Frozen poking away, 93% to a blade. And a blade could be coming up from our side.
It
It
looks
could
like there's
also
one
be
coming
coming up
out
from the
from
second
Dirt
third.
as well.
Here it is.
However, the triple kill and the bomb not picking up anything looks like it should be just about the end.
That was some old school Tracer Genji right there. Dropping a bomb on somebody as soon as they get first slash from a Nano Blade.
Around the point, Frozen Lizard comes in to try and save it with the Nano Blade.
So we are going to
And
recontest here. Silver
gets the
coming out.
Ana
Jake,
and gets the
purple
Genji on the
Theory.
deflect.
And that's the recontest. Blade didn't need to get anyone. All we needed to do was make the space. Sometimes a nano is better used, not to, boost the damage and secure the kills, but gives somebody the sustainability to contest a point. Theory and Frozen used that nano blade quite well there.
So Dirt needs to be coming in here pretty quick if they want 2 fights out of this. And they're likely going to need it with only a couple ults coming up.
Taking a little while to stage, Pussy is going to test the waters with a soft engage and go down to half.
And the Mercy is down to
I thought it was
Diva.
going to trade off for Jeff.
And it looks like Dirt is being a little indecisive on if they want to recommit this or not. And at this point,
Taking a little while.
they did get a pick off onto the Diva, but pick's going the other way. They are officially now into 1-fight territory. 1-fight
35
territory
seconds on the
with,
clock.
looks like we have a bomb,
30
monkey
seconds.
ult, and a blade coming out, but without the nano. While Winter Solstice has the bomb coming up and about half of their ults coming up halfway through the fight. And so we may see a quick opening engage followed by an ult fest to finish it out.
If you're a Vanguard there, you have to ask yourself, where is Silver Star in his ult charge? Because if he wasn't tracking the ult quite well enough, then they would not have been able to catch. Silver Star is only 40%.
And Winter Solstice getting down to their last legs with Red Dot. Silver Star coming in on Lucio. Will Theory Tropic be able to get in and help touch? Lots of staggering out. The Zen did go down on the side of Dirt, so picks are coming through.
The work coming out of Vanguard right now is absolutely stunning. Just
And that
cutting
will
through
do it.
people.
Victory.
There we go. The 4-0 from DIRT.
Play of the game.
So that does do it for week 1 of OCC, with Dirt taking on Winter Solstice and coming away with the 4-0 victory.
Everyone's showing up tonight. That was some good Overwatch out of both sides.
It was.
The number said 4-0, but it felt a lot closer watching it. We had some really good pushes, some good engages. We did get full held on a lot of those maps.
And so, with no interviews lined up due to scheduling problems, I believe that is going to call it for this week. So be sure to check out OCC and their league on theonomatopoeia.com. Good luck spelling that. I'm not going to try and spell it for you, so you'll have to use spell check because I can't spell it. And so check that out on onomatopoeia.com, and check out Winter Solstice on their Discord, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube channel. All of them having something to do currently with Solstice Gaming. If you're on the Discord channel, there are links to all of that as well. Finneran, any closing words for you?
I'm pretty happy with the quality of Overwatch we saw tonight. This was a really good game. OCC is set up to be a great tournament, I think.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to see more matches from both ourselves and Dirt.
So that will do it. Thank you for tuning into the stream, and we will see you tomorrow, even with a match against Bambi Brigade to see if Winter Solstice can hang on to their 3-0 record in the UGC League. So we will see you
That's
tomorrow.
a match where I'm excited to spectate as well. Bambi Brigade.
Absolutely.
Set up to be one of the better teams. I mean, they also have a 3-0 record in that tournament right now. It's going to be exciting. We'll see you all there tomorrow, I suppose.